Buddy, who's pitching? Yeah, that's good.
From Trum Field in Somerville, Mass., this is Lexington Blue Sox baseball on LSP. Tonight, it's the Blue Sox with a record of 17-4-1, first in the ICL, visiting the Somerville Royals with a record of 8-13-1, seventh in the ICL. Good evening, everybody. I'm Sam Feely, ready to bring you the play-by-play story. The Blue Sox making their second trip to Trum this season. We're going to be here a week ago, but with the rains of the previous night, it rendered the field unplayable, so they will play their first road game against the Royals this year, and possibly their only road game against the Royals, depending on how the rest of the schedule shakes out, if either the Blue Sox or the Royals need to make up that game for playoff positioning purposes. The Blue Sox coming off their first walk-off win of the year in a 3-2 win in which Julian Alvarez beat out a double play ball to make it a fielder's choice that plated the winning run in the 3-2 victory against Reading last night. That has clinched the Blue Sox a first-round bye. And now they try to pad their lead over the Alabrandies, who enter play tonight at 13-6-3. So the Blue Sox at 17-4-1, still ways to go. And of course, 2 games left between the Blue Sox and the Alabrandies. And those will come in back-to-back nights next week, in a home-and-home. So Ross Curley is ready to step into the batter's box, and we are ready for some baseball. And he will face former Andre Chiefs left-hander Joe Saya. Saya, in his first season with the Royals, is making his third appearance. No decisions, 1 save, and a .50 ERA. In 4 2/3 innings, he's allowed 5 hits, 1 earned run, walked 2, and struck out 5. First pitch fired at 8:33. We're underway. Ross had a 2 for 3 night last night. And that sails high for ball 1. Ross entering play at .417, 6 doubles, 1 triple, 1 homer, 12 RBIs, and 14 runs scored. Ross will be followed by Dominic Zaire and Richie Burgos. And Ross fouls this one off, and he's behind 1-2. Ross currently in third in the ICL in batting average behind Tony Serino and Derek Bauer. Saya taking a while to get the sign from the catcher Noon. Now here he comes, and it's a swing and a miss. And Ross is retired on strikes for the first out of the ball game. So that'll bring up Dominic Zaire, second straight night, getting the start in center field in the number 2 spot in the lineup. Zaire entering play at .318 with 3 doubles and 8 RBIs. And that is fouled off for strike 1. The full starting lineup for the Blue Sox: Ross Curley leading it off at short, followed by Dominic Zaire in center. Richie Burgos is at first. Ryan Berardino is the DH. Alex Wojcik is in left. Kyle Adey is in right. John Pudris is behind the plate. Anderson Jimenez is at third. And Morgan Brown rounds out the lineup at second. As this is lined down the first base line, it'll be a fair ball. And stepping on the bag himself is the first baseman Blaise Cormier for out number 2. So 2 up, 2 down to begin the top of the first. And here is Richie Burgos getting the start at first base tonight. Burgos 214, 1 double, and 3 RBIs. First pitch sails way high and away for ball 1. Blue Sox in the red jerseys with blue letters and numbers and inserts, and white pants with a red, white, and blue cap. Royals in the home gold jerseys with blue letters and numbers and the blue and white cap. Saya delivers the 1-0, and it's low for ball 2. Richie does not go, and it's ball 3. Saya pitched 2 years with the Andre Chiefs, as that's taken for strike 1. Richie still had in the count 3-1. In 2017 with the Chiefs, he was 1-1 with a 2.41 ERA. In 20 1/3 innings, he allowed 22 hits, 11 runs, 7 of which were earned, walked 8, and struck out 16. A big cut and a miss by Richie, and the count fills at 3-2. Saya pitched against the Blue Sox on June 30th, 2017, going 5 innings, taking a no decision, allowing 6 hits, 2 runs, 1 of which was earned, no walks, and 3 strikeouts. The payoff pitch. Inside corner, strike 3 called, And Burgos is retired, 2 strikeouts in the inning for Saya, and the Blue Sox go 1-2-3. After half an inning, it is the Blue Sox nothing, and the Royals coming up. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. LSP is a proud member of the Avis affiliate program. Use the promo code on your screen or click the link in the video description for up to 30% off your rental from Avis. Saya faced the Blue Sox once last year, and that was a 2/3 of an inning appearance, allowing no hits, 3 earned runs with 5 walks and no strikeouts. And that was back on June 18th of last year. Also threw 3 wild pitches in that inning. Not an effective outing, to say the least, but off to a much better start tonight. Starting lineup for the Somerville Royals, Graham Smith is going to lead it off in center field, followed by Nick Valdario in right. Blaise Cormier is at first. Adam Park is the DH. John Collette is at second. Joe Ward is in left. Adam Johnson is at short. Ryan Noon is behind the plate, and Martin Marinchev rounds out the lineup at third. Their opponent tonight will be Mike Gianellis. And Gianellis is making his 6th appearance of the season. 3-1 with a .33 ERA in 21 innings. He's allowed 20 hits, 4 runs, only one of which is earned, walked 1, and struck out 22. Gianellis has not faced the Royals this year, and did not face them last year, so this is his first career appearance against Somerville. His first assignment will be Graham Smith, the center fielder. And Gianellis gets ahead 0-1. Smith batting .277 with 3 doubles and 3 RBIs, and is the team's leading base stealer at 10 in 11 attempts. And Gianellis gets ahead 0-2. That brushes Smith back a little bit, and it's 1-2. Smith's 10 stolen bases are good for a tie for second in the ICL, with Ethan Harris behind Logan Gillis, as this is grounded to the left side and through for a base hit despite the tumbling effort of Anderson Jimenez. So the leadoff man aboard for the Royals on a 1-2 pitch. Tough hop. And that'll bring up Nick Valdario, the right fielder. Burgos holding on the runner at first. And the pitch. Strike 1. Valdario entering play at .290 with 3 doubles, 1 triple, 1 homer, and 9 RBIs. Struck out 20 times compared to 7 walks. Tries to bunt again. And he's behind 0-2. So Gianellis, ahead of the first 2 batters, 0-2, was unable to put away Smith. Can he put away Valdario? Runner does not go, and the pitch is up and away for ball 1. Slider down and away. It's 2-2 to the Royals' right fielder. On deck is the first baseman, Blaise Cormier. 2-2 count. May see Smith in motion. Gets a slightly bigger lead. And there he goes. The pitch is swung on and missed. The throw down to second is not in time, and it's a stolen base for Smith, although they do retire Valdario on strikes. And hang on a second, did he foul it off, or? Hang on a second, what happened? Because Smith is back at first, and now there's not sure what happened because I'm so far away set up here on this porch area. But Valdario swung and missed. As this is grounded up the middle and through for a base hit. Holding at second is Smith. So it's first and second. One out. As Blaise Cormier picks up the base hit. And now that'll bring up Aiden Park, the DH. So breezy out here. Can't keep all my papers together. Can even hear it in the microphone despite the windscreen. And a hit by pitch for Park, which loads the bases with one out. So a chance here for the Royals to do some real damage. And that brings up John Collette, the second baseman. Collette entering play at .241 with one double, one homer, and one RBI. Checks his swing. That's a strike. Bases filled with Royals, one out here in the bottom of the first, as this is hit a ton out to center field, and this will be caught by Zaire. Tagging from third is Smith. The throw will be too late. It's a sacrifice fly and an RBI for Collette, and the Royals take the 1-0 lead. And now this is up and away to Joe Ward, the left fielder. Ward entering play at .316 with two doubles, one homer, and 7 RBIs. As this is grounded to the right side. Underhand throw, and they got him. Great play moving to his right by Morgan Brown for the out that retires the side. The Royals get 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left. After 1 complete, Royals 1, Blue Sox nothing. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. Want LSP to tape or broadcast your team's games? Rates start just $100 per game. Also ask LSP about streaming your next gaming tournament, wedding, concert, recital, school play, meeting, or other event. Visit localsportsproductions.com/services or email sam@localsportsproductions.com for more information. So the Blue Sox will have to play catch-up once again. Against Josiah. Had a much better first inning from the last time he saw the Blue Sox. As I mentioned, that was last year in a Chiefs uniform. Going 2/3 of an inning, walking 5, throwing 3 wild pitches. And that was actually his last appearance of the season for Cy, and his last appearance in a Chiefs uniform. Also of note, there's another former Chief on the Royals pitching staff. It's former ICL Pitcher of the Year Josh Desai, and he's having a good year for the Royals. 3-0 with a 2.14 ERA. But the Royals right now on the outside looking in terms of a playoff spot. So they are not going to go quietly against the top team in the ICL, trying to claw their way into the postseason. Here is Ryan Berardino to lead off the top of the second. And that is low for ball 1. Berardino at an even 400 with 1 double and 1 RBI. He comes up empty for strike 1. That'll even the count. Berardino 1 for his last 5. Takes low, and that skips to the backstop for ball 2. Worth noting that this is a very short backstop here at Trump Field, and it's also supported by a series of wooden blocks that make caroms back to the catcher fairly easy, so taking an extra base on a wild pitch could be a challenge. As that is fouled off, and it's even again at 2-2. Berardino, Wojtik, and Ady due up here in the top of the second. Desai winds and delivers. Low for ball 3. So the count fills. A payoff pitch here to Ryan Berardino from Josiah. Check swing, it's low for ball 4. And the Blue Sox have their first base runner of the ball game. It's a leadoff walk. For Berardino, that is his second walk drawn in a Blue Sox uniform and his first since his first appearance against Andre on July 8th. Now Alex Wojtik getting the start in left field tonight. This is Wojtik's baby boy. Comes up, just barely fouls it off for strike 1. Alex at 292, 4 doubles and 4 RBIs. 1 walk compared to 8 strikeouts. Wojtik comes up empty, and it's strike 2, 0-2. First baseman Cormier holding on Berardino. And Wojtik takes up and away for ball 1. Wojtek swings through it. Blown away by a fastball there. Third strikeout already for Saya, and there's one down. That'll bring up Kyle 80, the right fielder. 80 entering play at 302 with 1 double, 2 triples, and 10 RBIs. Tied for third in the RBI department for the Blue Sox along with Anderson Jimenez. As he takes up and away, ball 1. Soft move over to first by Saya. No advance by Berardino. Berardino's not attempted a stolen base this year. He's got an okay-sized lead there. This is pop foul into the screen, and that'll even the count at 1. On deck is the catcher, John Putras. And the 1-1. Berardino takes off. The pitch is down and in. The throw down to second. Oh, wow. It hit the pitcher. Did it hit the pitcher? Saya coming off the mound, peeling his uniform off. Did it hit the pitcher? What happened? Let's go back to the replay here. Yep, the throw hit him. The throw hit him. So, I thought it was more than that. I didn't think the throw, it looked like it hit him in the hip, but would that really affect him that much? Would it cause him to really react that way and come off the mound and come out of the game? So we're going to have a pitching change in a bizarre set of circumstances. Hopefully we can get you the pitcher in just a second. It looks like this is, well, all right, this is going to be Donnell Hightower. Hightower, his third appearance on the mound this year. 2 innings, is not allowed to run, allowed 4 hits, 1 walk, and struck out 3. So it's still 80 at the plate. Berardino into second with the stolen base. And that's up and away for ball 3. I didn't think that would affect Desai that much. As that's in there for strike two, a full count, 280. As that sails up and away for ball four. So it's first and second. Nobody, one out rather. 2 walks in the inning. And that'll bring up John Puttress. Puttress at 333. No extra base hits and no RBI. As he holds up for ball one. Infield playing back at double play depth here. As Putty takes down and away for ball two. Putty has not faced the Royals this year. Three and 0. Josiah was throwing the ball great for the most part through that first inning and third. And then he gets plunked with the throw by his catcher. And now Hightower takes up and away, delivers up and away ball four. So the bases are loaded. That brings up Anderson Jimenez, who, as I mentioned, tied for third on the team in RBIs. And James McConville going out to have a word with Hightower and the catcher Noon, saying, you know, you might have to go a ways with the starter injured. Actually, that wasn't McConville. That was actually the shortstop, Adam Johnson. So Anderson Jimenez with a chance to get the Blue Sox on the board if he can get something into the outfield. And he swings and misses for strike one, helping Hightower out there. Owen won the count with Berardino at third, 80 at second, and Puttress at first. Another swing and a miss by Jimenez, 0-2. Jimenez entering play at 347, 3 doubles, 1 triple, and 10 RBIs, but he has struck out 11 times compared to just 3 walks. He's going to have to show some discipline here. As he pops this one up, and that will be caught by the first baseman Cormier. So a wasted at-bat there for Jimenez. And there are 2 down, still with the bases loaded, and now Morgan Brown. Can Morgan come through where Jimenez did not? Brown entering play at 259, 2 doubles and 7 RBIs. And he grounds this one to the left side and through for a base hit. 1 run scores. Being held at third is 80 as the throw comes back into the infield quickly. Brown delivers on the first pitch he sees. Berardino scores, and it is 1-1. Just the first hit of the inning for the Blue Sox. And now the lineup turns over for Ross Curley. First hit of the inning, first hit of the ball game. And Ross takes up and away, ball one. Ross struck out swinging to begin the ball game against Saya. And that sails high. Ball two. Of course, with the short backstop, no chance for the runners to advance. And now we're going to have a stoppage of play as Hightower seems to be affected. Whole infields come in. Royals coach, I don't think that's McConville. His hand on Hightower's shoulder. But he's got to deal with a 2-0 count with a great hitter at the plate in Ross Curley. He's got to make a pitch here. 80 at third, Puttress at second, Brown at first. Curley swings and misses, 2-1. That run was charged to Saya. And that runs behind Curley. Did that hit him or? Nope, did not hit him. So, but he is ahead 3-1. That would have forced home a run if it did. Nobody else warming for the Royals. So this could be the chance for the Blue Sox to break things open. Dominic Zare on deck if we get that far. He 3-1. And that sails high for ball four. And Ross Curley coaxes out a walk. That forces home a run. And the Blue Sox lead 2-1. Fourth walk of the inning drawn by Blue Sox batters. 80 scores. It's an RBI for Ross. His team leading 13th. Puttress up to third. Brown up to second. And now Dominic Zare, the eighth man to bat in the inning, who grounded out to first his first time up in the first, takes up and in for ball one. Well, the thing about Hightower is that he's only pitched 2 innings this year, one on June 5th and one on July 16th. So he's pitching for the first time in 2 weeks after not pitching for over a month, as this has popped up into foul territory, and that will drop in the bleachers. So a reprieve there for Dom. It's 1-1. And now it looks like the Royals are going to get some action warming down here in front of us. Upstairs for ball two, 2-1. Two runs scored this inning for the Blue Sox. One on an RBI single by Morgan Brown, one on a bases loaded walk as Zare fouls that one off. And now the count evens at 2-2. And now Hightower 1 pitch away from getting out of this. Blue Sox have the bases loaded 1 out, then a pop-up to the first baseman by Jimenez. But since then, a single and a walk. Down low for ball 3. The count fills. The runners will be off with this pitch with Richie Burgos on deck. This is fouled off by Zaire. So we'll see a 7th pitch. Blue Sox finally getting some runs in the early going. They did have 3 runs in the second inning against Wakefield. But Wakefield came back to tie and then take the lead in that game. So they want to get some more runs and make that lead hold up in support of Gianellis. 3-2 once again. Throw back to first. Back safely is Curley. That'll be a cheap way to get out of it for the Royals. Not have to worry about Zaire. Zaire takes ball 4. And it is 3-1. Puttress scores. Up to third goes Brown, up to second goes Curley. And now Richie Burgos, the 9th man to bat in the inning. 5 walks in the inning. And Burgos, looking to make it 7-1 with 1 swing of the bat, comes up empty. 4 strike 1. Burgos struck out looking his first time up to end the first. As that skips away, but again with the short backstop and the hard wooden blocks, it makes holding the runners fairly easy, so that'll be ball 1. 3 runs and only 1 hit in the inning. Low for ball 2, that skips away again. Short backstop, the Royals' best friend right now, as it's 2-1. Saya leaving this game with 1 out in this inning, the second inning, after getting hit by the catcher Noon's throw, attempting to throw out Berardino on a stolen base. This is grounded up the middle, and this will be cut off by the third baseman. Low throw, but a hop to first, and Cormier hauls it in for the out that retires the side. The Blue Sox get 3 runs on just 1 hit, 5 walks in the inning, and no errors and 3 left. And after 1.5, it is 3-1 Blue Sox. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. You can follow LSP on the web at localsportsproductions.com, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Patreon, and Teespring, LSP37, Snapchat, LSP Media, and subscribe to the LSP YouTube channel. So the Blue Sox give Gianellis some run support. Now let's see what he can do with it. With the bottom third of the order due up here in the bottom of the second, Adam Johnson, Ryan Noon, and Martin Marinchev. Adam Johnson, the Royals shortstop, batting .351 with 3 doubles, 1 triple. No RBIs, though. as he takes strike one. Swing and a miss and an off-speed pitch, and it's 0-2. Johnson this year has played one game against the Blue Sox and was 0 for 1 with a run scored. Strike three called. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night, Adam Johnson. Second strikeout for Gianellis. And that'll bring up Ryan Noon, the catcher. Noon entering play at .276 with 1 double and 7 RBIs. Fouled off by Noon, and that evens the count at 1. Downstairs for ball 2. It looks like we've had some emergency medics come to the field for Saya. That's ball 3 to the number 8 hitter in the Royals lineup. Third baseman Martin Marinchev on deck. And that's fouled off, so that'll fill the count at 3-2. Swing and a miss. Blew a fastball by him. Back-to-back strikeouts to begin the bottom of the second for Gianellis. And that'll bring up the third baseman, Martin Marinchev. Marinchev, a 160 hitter, but with 2 doubles, 2 homers, and 3 RBIs. So he bats 160 and slugs 480. And he was going for home run number 3 there, but he comes up empty. All 4 of Marinchev's hits are for extra bases. 2 doubles and 2 homers. He fouls that one off for strike 2. He's an all-or-nothing kind of guy. 4 hits in 25 at-bats. Does put the ball in play, though. He only struck out 5 times. As that just missed for ball 1. We'll have to see the ground out to air out stats on Marinchev. Down and away, ball 2. So it's a guy who bats only 160. All 4 of his hits are extra bases, so he can't just groove one here. And he blows him away with a fastball. Gianellis strikes out the side. He's got 4 Ks through the first 2 innings. A good inning for Gianellis after the Blue Sox gave him the lead. And after 2 complete, it is 3-1 Blue Sox. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. You can follow the Blue Sox on the web at LexingtonBlueSox.com, Facebook.com/Lexington Blue Sox, and on Twitter and Instagram at BlueSox_ICL. Andrew Benintendi saving the Red Sox right now with a 2-run home run that gives them the lead. Also had an RBI earlier in the game, so 3 RBIs for Benny, who could possibly, no official rumblings about this, but it's speculated that he could be in a package to the Mets if they were to acquire Edwin Diaz and or Noah Syndergaard. So we go to the top of the third. It'll be the middle third of the order due up for the Blue Sox. As that sails high to Ryan Berardino for ball 1. Drew a walk, stole a base, and scored his first time up last inning. Strike 1 to even the count. Berardino, Wojtek, and 80 due up. Down and in, ball 2. If you're just joining us, Royals starter Josiah leaving after an inning and a third after getting hit with his catcher's throw, trying to throw out Berardino on a stolen base attempt as Berardino loops this one into right field for a leadoff single. So Berardino's been on base both times tonight. Second hit of the game for the Blue Sox. Blue Sox taking advantage of the freshly entered reliever Donnell Hightower. Between him and Saez, that's in there for strike 1 to Alex Wojtek. The Blue Sox drew 5 walks, leading to 3 runs in the second inning. As that skips to the backstop, this is going to be a close play at second, and they got him. And again, the short backstop came into play there and ricocheted right to the catcher, Noon, and he got Berardino. It's ball 1, but now out number 1, and the base is empty for Wojtek. And that's on the outside corner for strike 2. 1-2 to Wojtek. Berardino's single, just the second hit of the ball game through the first 2+ for the Blue Sox. As Wojtek holds up for ball 2 to even the count. Two of the runs for the Blue Sox last inning coming on bases loaded walks, but the Blue Sox did leave the bases loaded after Burgos grounded out to third. Wojtek fouls that one off, going down to get it. Remains alive at 2-2. 3 runs, 2 hits, no errors, 3 left for the Blue Sox. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, 2 left for the Royals. Noon tried to frame it, but it's a full count. On deck is Kyle 80, the payoff pitch to Wojtek. Ball 4. Wojtek aboard for the first time. And here's Kyle 80. Walked and scored what is currently the go-ahead run. Back in the second. As he takes low for ball 1. I think now that the Blue Sox have seen that ricochet on the short backstop, too hard to even allow a throw to set, to allow a runner to take second. They'll be thinking twice about advancing on any wildness Hightower may have as he gets the outside corner for strike 1 to the lefty 80. 5 walks issued by Hightower, as that's down and in for ball 2. Three and one. On deck is John Puttress. And that skips to the plate for ball 4. And here comes James McConville, and I think we are going to have a pitching change. Yep, he's got a new pitcher in tow, so that'll do it for Hightower. He leaves responsible for both runners on base, having allowed 6 walks in an inning and a third. Actually, not an inning and a third, just 1 inning. So we have a pitching change coming to you from Trum Field in Somerville, Mass. Blue Sox 3, Royals 1. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. The LSP store is now open. Get yourself a DVD copy of most past LSP video broadcasts or one of several different designs of stickers or shirts, including the LSP hoodie and the Never Concede Collection. Visit localsportsproductions.com/store after the game to place your order. New pitcher for the Somerville Royals is Jonathan Richard. Richard making his 8th appearance of the season. 1-0 with a 3.96 ERA. 1-5 rather with a 3.96 ERA. In 35 to third innings, he's had 52 hits, 26 runs, 20 of which are earned, walked 18 and struck out 21. Last pitched on July 24th. Took the loss against Reading, going 6 innings, allowing 6 hits, 4 runs, 1 walk and 8 strikeouts. Actually might not be Richard. Hang on, I'll check in a second. But right now you'll deal with John Puttress, who pops this one up, and this will get onto Broadway. Fairly close to my car. 0-1 to Putty, walked and scored his first time up. Putty fouls off another one, and now he's behind 0-2. Goes outside for ball 1. 1-2 to Putty. First 3 men have reached here in the top of the third for the Blue Sox, but one was cut down the bases on a would-be wild pitch. Putty takes high for ball 2, 2-2. As Putty just barely stays alive there. Took a chunk out of him and also the catcher, Noon. Putty takes high for ball 3. Wojtek at second, 80 at first. Anderson Jimenez on deck. One out here in the top of the third. Putty pops this one up. Infield fly rule has been called, and the ball is dropped by the third baseman, Marinchev, but again, the infield fly rule was called, so it'll be 2 down. And that'll bring up Anderson Jimenez. Up and away for ball 1 to Anderson, who popped up to first his first time up in the second. Hoping for a better result here with a runner in scoring position as he takes up and away for ball 2. Blue Sox have drawn 7 walks and collected 2 hits in the first 2 2/3. Like to pad that lead a little bit more. 3 runs last inning as Jimenez comes up empty. Still ahead in the count though, 2-1. We'll check on who the pitcher is after this half inning. Down and away for ball 3 to Jimenez. Morgan Brown on deck. Strike called. So the runners will be off with this pitch. Let's see if Anderson can make something happen. At least keep the line moving for Morgan. And he will do just that as he takes way high for ball 4. Yet another walk surrendered by Royals pitching. Wojtek up to third, 80 up to second. And now Morgan Brown. Brown with an RBI single his first time up. As that sails high for ball 1. Brown had to duck out of the way of that one. Another single should make it at least 4-1 here. Depending on where it's hit, could bring home 80. 2-0. And if Morgan can plug a gap, could wheel Jimenez all the way around from first. He's got here's count, 2-0. And he hits this one into left center field, and this will be caught on the run by the center fielder, Smith, for the out that retires the side. So for the second straight inning, the Blue Sox leave the bases loaded. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 3 left. After 2.5, it is the Blue Sox 3 and the Royals 1. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. LSP's next broadcast is tomorrow night at 7:25 p.m. when the Blue Sox visit the Melrose Americans. Watch the game live at localsportsproductions.com/live. Then stream the game the next day at localsportsproductions.com/on-demand or on the LSP YouTube channel, or buy a DVD of the game at the LSP store. Graham Smith leads off the bottom of the third with a single. And now Nick Valdario behind 0-1. Throw back to first, Smith back safely. It was actually Wally Conway who is pitching just now for the Royals, and this is his first pitching appearance of the season. On the outside corner to make it 0-2 to Valdario, who struck out swinging his first time up. Smith singled and scored the Royals' only run back in the first. Gianellis comes set. And the 0-2 is fouled off. Sales high for ball one. Gianellis still ahead in the count, 1-2. 1 run, 2 hits, 1 run, 3 hits, no errors, 2 left for the Royals. 3 runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 6 left for the Blue Sox. Missed down and away, 2-2. Blue Sox have drawn 8 walks in 3 innings, but have left the bases loaded in each of the last 2. Runner goes, the pitch is fouled off. Smith froze between first and second, and if Putty had held on to that one, they may have had him dead to rights, but instead it's still 2-2. Valdario and then Blaise Cormier. The 2-2 runner does not go, and it's fouled off. Gianellis struck out the side last inning against the bottom third of the order, but here he is against the top third, and he's already allowed a base hit to Smith. 2 of the 3 hits by the Royals tonight by Smith. Gianellis comes set. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Looked like an off-speed pitch there. And that is 4 straight outs by way of the K for Gianellis. 5 Ks overall. 2 of them to Valdario. 1 down. That brings up Blaise Cormier. Cormier singled his first time up. Runner takes off. The pitch is fouled down the third base line for strike 1. As that would have been a tough play for Anderson had that stayed fair. And the way his body was going into foul territory, it's certainly possible Smith could have taken third on the play with him running. Good sized lead at first for Smith. Gets another jump. Now he takes off. The pitch is a strike. Throw down to second is not in time. So a stolen base for Smith. Oh, 0-2 the count to Cormier. Tying run at the plate for the Royals. As this is lined and caught by the second baseman, Brown. reached up over his shoulder to prevent that one from going into shallow center and possibly bringing home Smith. 2 down for the DH, Aiden Park. Park was hit by a pitch his first time up. And he fouls this one off for strike one. We are past the hour mark in this ball game. We started at 8:33. It's now 9:41, not the briskly paced games we've been used to most of the season. That's what happens when one team issues 8 walks in the span of 2 innings. This is chopped down the first base line, and that will be a foul ball. So 0-2 the count to Park. Fouled into the screen. Blue Sox looking to pick up their 18th win of the year. Royals still trying to stay alive in the hunt for a playoff berth. Down and in for ball one. Royals currently sit in 7th in the ICL standings, 8-13-1. Malden is 3 points ahead of them at 9-12-2. As that misses for ball two. Melrose at 6-17, not out of the playoff hunt just yet, but the Blue Sox can potentially put a nail in the coffin of their playoff hopes tomorrow in their game. Ball three, so from 0-2 to 3-2 for Park. He represents the tying run, and John Collette, who has the lone RBI for the Royals, is on deck. The payoff pitch. Strike three called. He rings him up, freezes him on the outside corner. 6 Ks for Gianellis. The side is retired after 3 complete. Still 3-1 Blue Sox. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. LSP is a proud member of the Avis affiliate program. Use the promo code on your screen or click the link in the video description for up to 30% off your next rental from Avis. Other action in the Intercity League tonight. Andre is visiting the Alabrandies, looking for revenge after the 4-1 loss they took at home to the Alabrandies last night. And Wakefield is at Maplewood taking on the Malden Mad Dogs. Both those games start at 7:45, so they very well could be over by now. Let's see if we got an update. Nothing yet. All right. So it'll be the top third of the order for the Blue Sox here in the top of the 4th. Curley, Zaire, and Burgos. Everybody has reached base tonight for the Blue Sox except for Burgos. Let's see if maybe Curley and Zaire can get on for him in a run-scoring spot. Curley takes inside for ball one, and that ball popped out of the mitt of Noon and all the way back to the mound. Interesting spot there for Conway. Wally Conway making his first pitching appearance of the year for the Royals. Two and 0. General rule is if the guy had to move his glove, you could pretty easily tell it was a ball. But Ross managed to get a piece of it. Doesn't matter. It's 2-1. Swing and a miss. And the count evens at 2-2. Curley, Zaire, and Burgos. And if anybody gets on, Ryan Berardino. 2-2. Up and away for ball three. 8 walks will certainly help the on-base percentage for the team. The payoff pitch to Ross. He grounds this one up the middle. It'll be bobbled by the shortstop, Johnson. And Curley will reach. That took a high hop. I think Curley might have had it beat out anyway, so that'll be a base hit for Ross. He's aboard for the second time. And that'll bring up Dominic Zaire, 0 for 1 with a walk. And Zaire takes a mighty cut and fouls it off for strike one. Down away for ball one. Throw back to first now, gets away from Ross. It pinballs off the fence, and Ross will take the turn at second and hold there on the E1. So a runner in scoring position now for the Blue Sox. Had the leadoff man aboard in each of the last 3 innings. Berardino eventually came around to score on, but that was on Brown's 2-out single. See what the Blue Sox can do with a runner at second and nobody out. Dom takes high for ball 3. Burgos on deck. This is looped towards us. Ricocheted off the railing in front of us. Thanks, Dom. Full count. Outside for ball 4. Walk number 9 drawn by the Blue Sox. So first and second, nobody out for Richie Burgos, who will try to get on base for the first time. 0 for 2 with a called third strike and a ground out to third. And he was trying to deliver another big hit there, but just fouled it off for strike one. One of his swings in that last at-bat with the bases loaded, trying to make it a grand slam, came up empty. Takes down and away for ball one. Single, an error, and a walk this inning have runners at first and second with nobody out. And Burgos takes low for ball two. 2-1. Wonder how late the lights will stay on here. We could have started earlier because there was no Babe Ruth League game before this. As that sails high for ball three. Still nobody warming for the Royals. Ryan Berardino on deck. Curley at second, Zare at first. And Richie laces this one down the third baseline. That is a fair ball. Curley is going to score. Zare's on his way to third. Zare's on his way home. The throw to the plate will not nearly be in time. Richie comes through in the clutch with a 2-run double, and it is 5-1. Now Ryan Berardino on board tonight twice with a walk and a single. And he takes strike one. Also has a stolen base and a run scored. It's thrown out, however, trying to advance to second on a would-be wild pitch last inning. Ball one, 1-1. For Richie, that's his second double and fourth and fifth ribbies. 2-1. And now action will start to warm for the Royals. Three and one. Alex Wojtek on deck next. Burgos at second. And this is laced into center field, and that is going to get down for a base hit. That is going to go a long way. Burgos is on his way home. Berardino takes the turn at second. He's on his way to third. The relay there is not in time. It's an RBI triple for Ryan Berardino, and it is 6-1. Still nobody out in the inning. Now Conway to Alex Wojtek. Ball one. Two and 0 as that sails up and away. Royals thrust into this dicey situation after Josiah got injured, hit by the throw of his catcher Noon trying to throw out Berardino. That's ball three to Wojtek, who is 0 for 1 with a walk. Taken all the way for strike one. Berardino picking up his first triple and second RBI on that play as Wojtek coaxes out his second walk. And James McConville is ready to make another pitching change. Royals will go to their fourth pitcher of the evening as Conway departs, responsible for both runners on base and still nobody out here in the top of the fourth. We have a pitching change coming to you from center field at Lexington High School, at Trum Field in Somerville, Mass. Blue Sox 6, Royals 1. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. Want LSP to tape or broadcast your team's games? Rates start just $100 per game. Also ask LSP about streaming your next gaming tournament, wedding, concert, recital, school play, meeting, or other event. Visit localsportsproductions.com/services or email Sam at localsportsproductions.com for more information. So the DH Aiden Park will take over on the mound, and he delivers ball one to Kyle Ady, as that is inside for ball two. Park also has not pitched this year for the Royals, as that skips away for ball three, and up to second goes Wojtek. Still got some Jets there. Berardino stands pat at third. Second and third now, as that is ball four, and yet another walk drawn by the Blue Sox. So now John Puttress. 3 runs home, bases loaded, still nobody out, as Putty takes ball one. Putty is 0 for 1 with a walk, a run scored, and a pop-up to third. And he hits this one into right field for a base hit. 1 run scores. Wojtek will be held at third. It is 7-1 as Puttress comes through with the RBI base hit. And still nobody out in the inning. Now Anderson Jimenez. Takes outside for ball one. Jimenez 0 for 1 with a walk and a pop up to first. Ball two. Wojtek at third, 80 at second, Puttress at first. And that's in the dirt for ball three. Ten walks drawn by the Blue Sox tonight and make it 11. As Anderson picks up the RBI, Wojtek scores. And it is 8-1. Still nobody out in the inning, and the ninth man to bat is Morgan Brown. And Brown takes down and away for ball one. Brown 1 for 2 with an RBI single and a fly out to center. And an excuse me swing, fouls that one off for strike one. Brown fouls that one off, and he's behind 1-2. Every Blue Sox has reached base at least once tonight. Berardino and 80 have reached base all 3 times. As this is dribbled to first, they'll try to go home for the force. They do. As 80 is retired 3-2. Brown reaches on the fielder's choice. 1 down. Lineup will turn over for Ross Curley. Led off this inning with a single, advanced to second on an error, and then scored. And that's in there for strike one. Blue Sox have left the bases loaded in each of the last 2 innings. As Ross rifles this one to the left side and through for a base hit. 1 run scores. Coming around third to score behind Puttress is Jimenez. Ross with an RBI single. It's 10-1. And this 7-run inning is the largest of the year for the Blue Sox. And it also marks the second time the Blue Sox have scored double-digit runs in a game. Still only 1 out in the inning. So that's in there for strike one to Dominic Zaire. Zaire walked and scored earlier in this inning. He's 0 for 1 with 2 walks. As he fouls that one off for strike one. I mentioned every Blue Sox has reached base at least once tonight. Every Blue Sox has reached base this inning. This is grounded to the right side. Only play will be to first, and they do get the out at first on Zaire. Meanwhile, Curley moves up to second, and Brown up to third. Two down, second and third for Richie Burgos, who came through with an RBI double. And now he hits this one into right center field, and this will be caught by the right fielder Valdario for the out that retires the side, but the Blue Sox explode for their biggest inning of the year. 7 runs on just 5 hits, 1 error, and 2 left. After 3.5, we are finally halfway home. It is the Blue Sox 10 and the Royals 1. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. You can follow LSP on the web at localsportsproductions.com, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Patreon, and Teespring, LSP37, Snapchat, LSP Media, and subscribe to the LSP YouTube channel. Looks like we have some changes in the Blue Sox lineup. Looks like John Barry is in at second base for Morgan Brown. Mike Gianellis still out there for the Blue Sox on the mound. Doesn't look like anything else has changed in the infield, so just Barry, it looks like, at second for Brown. 5, 6, and 7 due up for the Royals here in the bottom of the 4th. John Collette, Joe Ward, and Adam Johnson. Blue Sox getting out to a 10-1 lead with 7 runs in the top half of this 4th inning. And that's in there for strike 1 to John Collette. Remember, the Royals led in this game after 1 inning, and it was Collette's sac fly that gave the Royals the lead. Collette even in the count 1-1. 1 run, 3 hits, 1 error, 3 left for the Royals. As this is popped up over towards us. And out of play. One and 2. So 1 run, 3 hits, 1 error, and 3 left for the Royals. 10 runs, 7 hits, no errors, and 8 left for the Blue Sox. Frozen for strike 3 called. Another strikeout for Gianellis, his 7th, and there's 1 down. He's gotten 6 of the last 7 outs by way of the K. And now Joe Ward, the left fielder, who grounded out to second, his first time up to end the 1st. He takes ball 1. Good to see Sam Steed working the bases tonight, as that's cut on and missed for strike 1. Going down to get the pitching change information from James McConville, and I was like, oh, hey, Sammy, how you doing? Another former Blue Sox joining the boys in blue. So that's outside, or ball 2, 2-1. Of course, former Blue Sox Justin Silvestro's dad, an umpire in the youth and amateur baseball circuit here in Boston. 3-1 to Joe Ward. Ward to be followed by Adam Johnson, and if anybody gets on, Ryan Noon. Swing and a miss. Actually, that was strike 3, my mistake. So Ward is down on strikes. Didn't hear a second strike call from the home plate umpire, but another strikeout for Gianellis, number 8. 2 up, 2 down for Adam Johnson, the shortstop, who struck out looking, leading off the bottom of the 2nd. As he fouls that one off for strike 1. I have a feeling we'll have some more substitutions for the Blue Sox in the next couple of innings. As I mentioned, already 1 with John Barry taking over at second base for Morgan Brown. I have to get my binoculars out. Low for ball 1 to even the count. This is grounded up the middle and through for a base hit. So Johnson keeps the inning alive with his first hit of the night. The fourth of the game for the Royals. And that brings up the catcher, Ryan Noon, who struck out swinging his first time up in the second. Burgos not holding on Johnson at first, as that is low for ball one, but a good block by Putty. Keeps Johnson at first. Well, this is interesting, as this is skied into left center field, and this will be tracked down by Zaire for the out. That retires the side. I'll tell you the interesting news in just a second. But after 4 complete, still 10-1 Blue Sox. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. You can follow the Blue Sox on the web at LexingtonBlueSox.com, Facebook.com/Lexington Blue Sox, and on Twitter and Instagram at BlueSox_ICL. So here's the interesting news to report. Trevor Bauer is on the move, but not to the team I don't think many expected. It's going to be Bauer to the Reds in a 3-team deal that also includes the Padres. Let's see, Jeff Passan. See if there's any more movement here. Jeff Passan, the ESPN MLB insider. Yasiel Puig is headed to Cleveland as part of the deal. But I don't think many people expected Trevor Bauer to go to the Reds. I think they expected him to go to a contender. Well, regardless, Blue Sox with a 10-1 lead here going into the top of the 5th, and the middle third of the order due up: Berardino, Wojtik, and 80. We likely have changes, and we'll hopefully get those to you in just a second. So that is ball one. Royals on their 4th pitcher of the night, and it's the guy who started as the DH, Aiden Park. Morgan Brown, as you can see, in the first base coach's box right now after being replaced in the bottom of the 4th. And that is a 4-pitch walk to begin the top of the 5th. As that is Anthony Campbell, who just took the base on balls. Now it looks like we have a pinch hitter for Alex Wojtik. And it looks like this is Nate Wolf. Wolf behind 0-2. Wolf, a 286 hitter, no extra base hits, 3 RBIs. Down and in for ball 1. In the dirt, Campbell takes off for second and will advance on the wild pitch. This is fouled off the screen by Wolf, who takes over for Alex Wojtek, who was 0 for 1, but with 2 walks and a run scored. After walking just once through his first 14 games, Wojtek picking up 2 walks tonight. Up and away for ball 3 to Wolf. This is grounded to the right side, fielded by the second baseman Collette on to first. 1 down, up to third goes Campbell. And we got another pinch hitter. Is this a pincher? Is this still Kyle? As that's fouled off for strike on. No, that's still Kyle. Kyle, 3 walks tonight and 1 run scored. At the knees for strike 2. 0-2 to Kyle. Blocked by Noon, and it's ball 1. Fastball up and away, ball 2. Campbell at third after drawing a leadoff walk, pinch hitting for Ryan Berardino. As this is laced into left center field, and this will be caught by the center fielder. Throw to the plate will be offline. Campbell tumbles into home plate. It's a sacrifice fly, an RBI for 80, and the Blue Sox lead 11-1. Did they get him? Oh, no, they got him. Excuse me. They got him after he missed the bag, missed the plate. So my mistake. The inning is over. Wow. It's just... Well, it's a long game, folks. I apologize. Just, wow. I did not see that coming. So after 4.5, 10-1 Blue Sox, this is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. The LSP store is now open. Get yourself a DVD copy of most past LSP video broadcasts or one of several different designs of stickers or shirts, including the LSP hoodie and the Never Concede Collection. Visit localsportsproductions.com/store after the game to place your order. We are close to the 2-hour mark of this ball game, and we're only in the bottom of the fifth. We're only about to start the bottom of the fifth. Well, hey, the Blue Sox have busted open for their second double-digit game of the year and their largest inning of the year, run-wise, back in the fourth. As that misses up and away for ball one to Martin Marinchev. Marinchev struck out swinging his first time up to end the second. As he pops this one foul onto Broadway. For strike one to even the count. 8 strikeouts through the first 4 innings for Gianellis. As he delivers down and away for ball two. Blew him away with the fastball there, strike two. A little anger with that swing by Marinchev. And a foul tip into the mitt of Putty for strike three. And there's strikeout number 9 for Gianellis. Lamp turns over for Garrett Smith, Graham Smith rather, not former Blue Sox great Garrett Smith, as he went around there for strike one. Smith is 2 for 2 with 2 singles and 2 stolen bases and a run scored. The only run scored by the Royals thus far. That was back in the first. It actually gave them the lead. 1-1 the counts. That misses down and away to the Royals center fielder. Smith and then Valdario, and if anybody gets on, Blaise Cormier. Check swing. Is that in there? Big cut and a miss. And it is 2-2. This is a little looper into shallow right, and this will be caught by the second baseman Barry for out number 2. So now Nick Valdario takes strike one. In the top of the 6th, the Blue Sox will have the bottom third of the order to up Putras, Jimenez, and Barry. Fastball in there for strike 2. A swing and a miss. 10 Ks in the game for Mike Gianellis through 5 innings. And after 5 complete, it is still the Blue Sox 10 and the Royals 1. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. LSP's next broadcast is tomorrow night at 7:25 p.m. when the Blue Sox visit the Melrose Americans. Watch the game live at localsportsproductions.com/live, then stream the game the next day at localsportsproductions.com/on-demand or on the LSP YouTube channel, or buy a DVD of the game at the LSP store. Last time a Blue Sox pitcher had 10 strikeouts in a game, Tony Anino last year in 5 innings against these same Somerville Royals. If Gianellis is allowed to go another inning, he could have a chance to have the first 12 or more strikeout game since Chris Dwyer had 13 against Medford on June 15th, 2007. Well, it looks like there's action warming in the Blue Sox bullpen, so he may have called it a night. Strike one is in there to John Puttress. 1 for 2 with a walk and 2 runs scored. Ball 1. Putty also has 1 RBI. Ball 2. Blue Sox with 3 in the second and 7 in the fourth. As Putty grounds this one to the shortstop. Johnson, nice pick there on to first for the out. One up, one down for Anderson Jimenez. Jimenez 0 for 1 with 2 walks. An RBI to run scored. Down away for ball 1. Up and in, ball 2. Every Blue Sox starter reached base at least once, as that's on the inside corner for strike 1. Of the 3 subs we've seen and the 2 that have gotten at bats thus far, Anthony Campbell ended up walking, but could not score on a deep fly ball to center. As that just misses up and in for ball 3 to Anderson. Wolf grounded out in his first plate appearance. We're still waiting for Barry's first appearance. He is on deck. As Anderson fights this one off and remains alive at 3-2. Kyle 80 with 3 walks and a run scored. As he goes down and gets this one, it's going to be a tough play, but it's going to be a foul ball. Lucky 13 walks drawn by the Blue Sox tonight. And there's number 14. As Anderson draws his 3rd walk. One out base runner, and John Barry will get his first at-bat of the ball game. Barry on the season, a 1 for 8 hitter with 2 walks, with 2 RBIs and 2 runs scored. Ball 1. Pitch goes to the backstop, and Anderson up to second on another wild pitch. And that goes to the backstop, but with third base closer, Anderson decides to hold on. 3-0 the count to John Barry. And that is on the inside corner, 3-1. Blue Sox are about to go to the 5th time through the order, and it's only the 6th inning. Strike 2. And from 3-0 to 3-2 for Barry. Ross Curley on deck. And Barry cuts and misses for out number 2. So the lineup turns over for Ross. 2 for 3 with a walk, 2 singles, a run scored, and 2 ribbies. 3 ribbies, actually. As he hits this one into deep right center field, and this will be caught by the right fielder Valdario for the out that retires the side. We go to the bottom of the 6th, still 10-1 Blue Sox. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. LSP is a proud member of the Avis affiliate program. Use the promo code on your screen or click the link in the video description for up to 30% off your next rental from Avis. Kelvin Guzman, the new pitcher for the Blue Sox, as this one is fouled off after issuing a leadoff walk to the number 3 hitter in the Royals lineup, Blaise Cormier. Aiden Park started the game as the DH, is now the pitcher. Park 0 for 1, hit by a pitch and struck out. Guzman making his 3rd appearance of the season, 2-0 with a 2.33 ERA. In 6 innings of work, he's allowed 4 hits, 2 runs, walked 4, struck out 5, and hit 2 batters. Faced the Royals on June 22nd. Got the win going 4 innings, allowing 3 hits, 2 runs with 3 walks and 2 strikeouts. His other appearance came at this ballpark back on opening day, getting the win in 2 innings of relief against the Alabrandies. 1 hit, no run, 1 walk, and 3 Ks. Looks like there's action warming behind Kelvin. Runner takes off. The pitch is a strike. Throw down to second, and they did not get him, as unable to hold on to the ball was Curley. It was a called 3rd strike, by the way, on Park. So he's down on strikes for the 2nd time. Cormier picks up the stolen base. Runner in scoring position, 1 down for John Collette, the 2nd baseman. Collette has the lone RBI for the Royals. A chance to pick up another one here. Had a sac fly in the 1st, struck out looking in the 4th. As that runs too far inside for ball 1. Strike 1 to even the count. Mike Gianellis goes 5 innings, allowing 1 run on 4 hits while striking out 10 with no walks. As that hit him. So 1st and 2nd, and that's the 3rd hit batter of the season in 6 1/3 innings for Guzman. I'll bring up Joe Ward, the left fielder, grounded out to 2nd in the 1st, struck out swinging in the 4th. He comes up empty for strike 1. Blue Sox with a 7 spot in the top of the 4th. They've been helped out by 14 walks by Royals pitching tonight, and this was all triggered by the injury to Josiah, the Royals starter, who got injured after a throw by the catcher Noon, trying to throw out Ryan Berardino, stealing 2nd. Throw hit Saya. He felt something bad immediately, ripped off his jersey and shirt, and the emergency, the EMTs had to come to the park to take him to the nearest medical center. So a tough break for the Royals, and it's been a domino effect from there. As that is low for ball 2, and the runners are going to advance. So 2 runners in scoring position with a walk, a hit by pitch, and a wild pitch here for Guzman. Ward with a 2-2 count, 1 out in the inning. And he pops this one up. And it'll be Barry making the catch for out number 2. So it'll be up to Adam Johnson to try and bring home the runs. Johnson 1 for 2 with a strikeout looking and a single. Strike 1 to Johnson. In the top of the 7th, Blue Sox will have the 2, 3, and 4 hitters due up, Zaire, Burgos, and Campbell. At the knees for strike 2. This is a broken back grounder down the first base line, and it'll remain 0-2. So the whole deal with the Trevor Bauer trade, I mentioned he's going to the Reds in a 3-team deal involving the Indians, Reds, and Padres, as that is strike 3 to Johnson. The side is retired. We'll tell you more about it in a little bit. After 6 complete, it is 10-1 Blue Sox. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. Want LSP to tape or broadcast your team's games? Rates start just $100 per game. Also ask LSP about streaming your next gaming tournament, wedding, concert, recital, school play, meeting, or other event. Visit localsportsproductions.com/services or email sam@localsportsproductions.com for more information. So the trade looks like it will send Bauer to the Reds. The Indians are going to get Yasiel Puig, Franmil Reyes, and Logan Allen. And Taylor Trammell is going to the Padres. There might be more. Jeff Passan was the first on the deal. Braves landed Chris Martin from the Rangers. Dominic Zaire to lead things off here in the top of the 7th. Blue Sox put this one away with the 7-run outburst in the top of the 4th. And Zaire will take down away ball 1. Looks like we have a new pitcher for the Royals. Can't tell you who it is right now, but that's in there for a strike 1 to Dom, 2-1. Dom 0 for 2 with 2 groundouts, 2 walks, and a run scored. He fouls that one onto Broadway, and the count will be 2-2. Just missed the outside corner, full count. And Dom gets jackknifed, and he takes his third walk of the ball game. Three players tonight have drawn 3 walks for the Blue Sox. Dom, Anderson, and Kyle Adey. And that'll bring up Richie Burgos. Had a 2-run double is in the fourth as he grounds this one to the left side. Could be 2 to second for 1. Return throw to first in time. A 5-4-3 double play. Richie 1 for 5. At this point, not really a wasted opportunity. The Blue Sox putting this one away, like I said, in the fourth. Now Anthony Campbell, who drew a walk his first time up, but gunned down after overshooting the plate on a would-be sacrifice fly. That's away for ball 1. In the bottom of the 7th, the Royals will have Noon, Marinchev, and Smith due up, as that is fouled off by Campbell for strike 1 to even the count. Blue Sox with minimal substitutions tonight, despite the big lead. Makes the broadcaster's job easier. As Campbell fouls that one off for strike 2, 1-2. Campbell took over for Berardino, who was 1 for 1 with a single, 2 walks, single triple, 2 for 2. Single triple and 2 runs scored. That is strike 3 for Campbell, and the side is retired. We go to the bottom of the 7th, closing time for the Blue Sox. Blue Sox 10, Royals 1. This is Blue Sox baseball on LSP. You can follow LSP on the web at localsportsproductions.com, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Patreon, and Teespring LSP37, Snapchat LSP Media, and subscribe to the LSP YouTube channel. New pitcher for the Blue Sox will be Kevin Scanlon. So he'll try to shut the door on this victory. Scanlon pitched 2/3 of an inning against Reading on July 21st, took the loss, allowing 4 hits, 4 earned runs with 1 walk and 1 strikeout. And that is swung on miss. Good oomph on the fastball there from Scanlon for strike 1. To Ryan Noon, who's 0 for 2. Up and away for ball 1. Two and 1 to Noon. On a 10-1 game, you don't have to dance around the strike zone. You just go after these guys, especially when you got the 8 and 9 hitters to start the inning. High for ball 3. Noon, Marinchev, then Graham Smith, if anybody gets on Nick Valdario. Ball 4. Leadoff walk for the Royals. It's just a pitch to contact situation, isn't it? Here's Marinchev 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Strike one. And good oomph on the fastball. He got a strike on Noon for. And gets it by Marinchev there to make it 0-2. See if he goes to that fastball again. He does, but it's up and away for ball one. Now, Scanlon wants to step off and have a word with Putty. Foul tip into Putty's mitt for strike three. Scanlon picks up the K, 1 down here in the bottom of the 7th. A game that is dangerously approaching the 2.5-hour mark. Will the lights stay on after 11 is the question. Smith 2 for 3 with 2 singles and a run scored. Checks his swing, but strike one, 0-1. He fouls that one into the screen, and he's behind 0-2. Jackknifes him, and it's ball one. Mike Gianellis in line for his 4th win of the season, assuming this score holds. This is popped up. Barry drops it. He will go to second for the force. Smith reaches on the fielder's choice. It goes 4-6. And the Royals down to their final out. So Scanlon will depart after 2/3 of an inning. And a pitching change. And it looks like it's Nick Harper taking over. Harper making his 3rd appearance of the season. No decisions at a 4.67 ERA. In 3 innings of work, he's allowed 2 hits, 2 earned runs, walked nobody, struck out 3, surrendered 1 home run. Last pitch on July 9th against Malden, going 2 innings, allowing 2 hits, 2 runs, with 2 strikeouts in that home run. Before that, his only appearance was against Wakefield on June 23rd, with an inning of perfect relief with 1 strikeout. He will deal with Nick Valdario, who already has the hat trick and looking to avoid the dreaded golden sombrero. 3 strikeouts swinging, although they were all against Mike Gianellis. I'm really appreciative of all you folks still watching tonight. It's you know, just it hasn't even been a continuous outburst. It's just that 7 runs in the 4th, you know, put it away for the Blue Sox. 1 out to get. You're going to try and bunt, and they will go to first, and it is not in time. Is it? Yeah, it's not in time. Valdario trying to get aboard any way he can. Lays down the bunt single. Up to second goes Smith. And that'll bring up Blaise Cormier. Cormier 1 for 2 with a walk, a single and a stolen base, and a line out to second. Fastball high for ball 2. 2 minutes shy of 11 o'clock here in Somerville, Mass. Harper lays one in there, and it's 2-1. Smith at second, Valdario at first. This is popped into the screen, and now the Royals down to their final strike. Harper, the fourth pitcher of the ball game for the Blue Sox. Gianels for the first 5, Guzman for 1, Scanlon for 2/3. Harper trying to close the door on this one, and he'll get him to pop it foul again. Cormier back in the box. Harper comes set. The 2-2 is popped up into left field, but that will drop foul. Two one more time. Pop foul again. Hard to believe that the Royals were leading this one after 2 innings. This is a little hot foot over there at the Blue Sox dugout as we have hit the 11 o'clock hour. Royals look like they're going to go to 8-14-1, not the direction they want to be trending. Trying to fight for a playoff spot. Blue Sox looking to pick up win number 18. Get closer and closer to that number 1 overall seed. This is lined into left field, and this will get down. It is a fair ball. 1 run scores. Here comes another. On his way to second is Blaise Cormier with a 2-run double. So the Royals not done yet. It is 10-3. As this is a towering pop-up but foul for strike 1. It is not Aiden Park who's batting. It's the new Royals pitcher who took over in the top half of this inning. 0-1. This is grounded to the right side and through for a base hit. Here comes Cormier, and it's 10-4. So 3 runs with 2 outs. After the Royals were down to their final strike. And now John Collette, the second baseman. Collette is 0 for 1 with a sac fly, a strikeout looking, and a hit by pitch. Harper comes set, and that's down and away for ball 1. Well, the Royals, down 10-1. They're not gonna go quietly here. Even with still down 6, this is laced into left field, and that'll get down for a base hit. Up to second goes the pitcher. And now John Puttress going out to have a word with Harper. Now Joe Ward, who's 0 for 3. And the Blue Sox, the Royals anyways, where was this fight early on? The game has popped up. Jimenez makes the catch, had him all the way. The Blue Sox win the game, and it was the 7-run outburst in the 4th that did it for them in a game that took 2 hours and 31 minutes. The winning pitcher is Mike Gianellis. He is 4-1. The losing pitcher is Donnell Hightower. And no save. And we're not going to bother with the final totals or the players of the game. Let's just say it was just a great all-out effort. The Blue Sox picking up their biggest inning of the year, 15 or 16 walks. Their second double-digit run game of the year. And the bats came alive earlier. It wasn't even just the bats. It was just like great at-bats by the team that got them into these counts, that allowed them to pick up the walks and string together the runs. And, so the Blue Sox with a big win here, knocking down number 2 in back-to-back games. 4 games in 4 days. Number 3 is tomorrow night at Melrose. So with that said, this has been a presentation of the Lexington Blue Sox in association with Local Sports Productions, serving Greater Boston student-athletes since 2011. Copyright 2019. Unauthorized redistribution of any portion of this broadcast without the express written permission of the Lexington Blue Sox or Local Sports Productions is strictly prohibited. A reminder that LSP is a proud member of the Avis affiliate program. Use the promo code on your screen or click the link in the video description for up to 30% off your next rental from Avis. LSP's next broadcast tomorrow night at 7:25 p.m. when the Blue Sox visit the Melrose Americans. Watch the game live at localsportsproductions.com/live. Then stream the game the next day at localsportsproductions.com/on-demand or on the LSP YouTube channel, or buy a DVD of the game at the LSP store. And be sure to follow LSP on the web, localsportsproductions.com, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Patreon, and Teespring LSP37, Snapchat LSP Media, and subscribe to the LSP YouTube channel. Once again, the final score from Trump Field in Somerville, Mass. It is the Lexington Blue Sox 10 and the Somerville Royals 4. My name is Sam Feely, reminding you freelance isn't free. Thanks for tuning in.